Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat. My fan is getting more and more progressively broke with every single video, but never mind. Hello and welcome to Thursday, the 9th of April 2020. It is actually Maundy Thursday. Now this year's Maundy Thursday is going to be very different for Her Majesty the Queen. We will get into that in a moment. It is also Charles and Camilla's 15th wedding anniversary. So I'm going to wish at the start of this chat, at the opening of this live chat, a very amazing and wonderful, beauteous, I'm going to use the word beauteous 15th wedding anniversary to you both. And I use the word beauteous because that was a really lovely word that Prince Charles read from the William Wordsworth poem. I loved that word beauteous. I think it's amazing. So we're going to be talking about their wedding anniversary as well. And of course, that wedding anniversary special photo that was released in the previous video to this video. So if you haven't checked that out already, pause the video now if you're watching on catch up. And obviously go watch that video and then come back because we're going to be talking about that. Also, I have a special update for channel members. We're going to be looking at royal family messages of support for the Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who is still in hospital at the moment. And yeah, that's just some of the stories and topics we are going to be talking about today. As always, it's a live chat video, so I'm going to be taking and reading as many viewer comments and questions as I possibly can. So, without further ado, let's go to the chat room and find it. By the way, I am wearing the lotus flower tiara today. By the way, my hair is getting bigger and bigger. How is your hair? Wherever you are in the world right now, I am sure, unless you actually are a hairdresser or you live in the same household with a hairdresser, you'll be getting like me, more and more like Marge Simpson every single day. So, let me know how you're getting on with not being able to have a haircut. I'm struggling, I have to say. Right, I can see lots and lots of people in the chat room already. And I can see the channel members. Now, channel members, their names in the comment section show up in green. So hello to you, Christine, H.A. Bracken, Gessie, Charlie T, Joanne, Elaine, Constance, Tammy, Beverly. I can see you all. Hello. Special update for channel members before we start. I have uploaded some new emojis that you can use exclusively for channel members. So, without further ado, I'm gonna post them. So, we have an amazing, can you all see in the chat room, I've just posted it, we have a Queen Elizabeth II, I was going to say first then, we have a Queen Elizabeth II emoji, which you can use. Isn't that cool? We also have a yellow fan flap emoji. So you can fan flap the things that you like, the things that you're happy about, send a fan flap. We also have the infamous black fan flap for things that you're not so happy about. So we can send a little fan flap your way, and you can also yellow fan flap as well. So I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy those new additions to the channel membership emojis. By the way, in the comment section, let me know if there are any other emojis that you would like me to add. At the moment, I need to get about another 5 channel members. We're currently at 106. When you get to about 110, you're allowed more. YouTube lets me upload more emojis. So, let me know what emojis you would like me to add. I'm trying to find more emojis of the royal family because that would be amazing. Also, if I can find any tiara emojis or that kind of thing, I could upload those too. Right, let me just read what people are saying. Poosa Studio says, wow, you're almost at 100,000 subscribers. We are. This community is nearly at 100,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. And if you're not subscribed already, please just hit subscribe. It really does help. Every one of you matters. Yeah, so hello and welcome to you. Lots of people are using the new emojis. Yay. I think they're pretty cool, don't you think? I think they're good. Deirdre says, how do you become a channel member? Go to the main page of my YouTube channel. There should be a join button. You should see join. I think it's normally where you would normally see subscribe on the main page. There is a join button. Go there and it should be there to just join. Right, okay, let's get on with some real news. So, it is, let me see what I've got lined up for my first story. Yes, I had got lined up for my first story, Charles and Camilla, and of course, their 15th wedding anniversary. I cannot believe it has been 15 years since finally, you know, their ongoing love story was finally made legal and official within the world of marriage. They have released, obviously they are still at Birk Hall in Scotland, their Scottish home on the Balmoral estate. They released actually last night. Now, I saw this photo just as I was going to bed. So, I don't know why it happens. Why do they always release things really, really late? Maybe it's so that it can be in time for some of the newspapers in the morning. Or maybe it's just time to give journalists opportunity to write an article, even though it's kind of bedtime. But anyway, I digress. They released this really lovely photo from their home in Birk Hall. It's on their, I think it's on their Instagram as well, but I'm going to share the link to the tweet from the Clarence House tweet on Twitter so that you can see. I will post this link in the description once I've gone off live as well. So you can see the photo. And of course, I made a video on this prior to this one, so go and check it out. So, the photograph features Camilla's dogs, Bluebell and Beth. Now, Bluebell and Beth are really important special dogs, fur babies. They are cuddling their fur babies, but they are really, really, really special dogs because I believe they are the dogs that she rescued and adopted from Battersea, from the Battersea Dogs Home, of which she is patron. Now, she is very, very involved with the Battersea Dogs Home charity rescue. And there they are, Bluebell and Beth. Aren't they gorgeous? I am now opening the photo myself because I wanted... Now, as you know from my previous videos, I like to not just look at the main focus of the picture, which is, of course, Charles and Camilla, looking very well, I might say. Now, the Duchess did not have COVID-19. She was always fine, but she did self-isolate for 2 weeks. Charles did have it and isolated for the recommended 7 days in the UK, which the government are recommending. I know that different countries in the world are recommending different amounts of time that you have to self-isolate. In the UK, Charles stuck to what the UK government is recommending, which of course is 7 days. You do you. You do you, boo. Whatever country you're from, you follow your own country's recommendations. You have the responsibility to go and find out what they are. But Charles self-isolated for the 7 days recommended in the UK. So, they have now been reunited. I think Camilla went out of self-isolation about 3 days ago. So it was just in time for their 15th wedding anniversary. I'm sure they'll be very, very happy to be able to spend some quality time together, if you know what I mean, for their 15th wedding anniversary. I'm hiding my blushes. Yes, but Charles does look a little red in the face, but he's happy. He looks very, very happy. And he does look rested. And of course, they look amazing holding their fur babies, don't they? So, first of all, I'm going to zoom in. I like zooming in on the photograph. So, hang on. I'm just moving up my screen. So, just in case, for those of you who have not seen the photo or can't click links, there is the photo of Charles and Camilla with Bluebell and Beth. So get a good look at those. Now, I like the fact that Camilla is casually dressed. She's wearing jeans. She's wearing blue denim. She's wearing what appears to be maybe a cashmere or a merino wool sweater with a nice pink shirt. Hair looking its normal, beautiful coiffured self. She's wearing, obviously, her wedding and engagement ring. Charles, I'm loving his green classic corduroy trousers with his kind of brown tasseled loafers. navy socks, blue shirt, navy jacket, I think that is. They look very happy. Don't they look sweet together, I have to say. Now, I want to look again at the wider aspects of the photo. You can see the green paintwork of the Burke Hall doors and windows. You can see some beautiful sash windows going on. Now, what is catching my eye is this amazing kind of tree trunk that's at the front of the porch. Now, I would like to see the full porch because I think he's had maybe some trees felled on the estate and made into these kind of columns, these pillars, which are obviously holding up the front porch. The front porch also has seats in it, it has windows, it's an open porch to the front, but it looks like it's closed in at the side. There is some, what looks like fresh flowers hanging upside down. Now, I think are they dried flowers or, I don't know, but you can also see his roses, which are obviously going up the front of Burke Hall. Now, I think they look like roses because they look in a similar state to how mine are at this time of the year. Nice stone steps as well, and what looks like some kind of thing with a handle. Now, the wooden device with a handle, I'm thinking could be a boot scratcher. There could be more of a boot scratcher down below. It's either that or some kind of garden equipment, but I'm thinking a boot scratcher because that's definitely a boot scratcher, because if you look down, you can kind of see the little bristles of some brushes. So I'm thinking that's a boot scratcher. But yeah, no, I love the photo. It's really sweet. It's really cutesy. I love it. Also, in the video that I made, I also, prior to this one, I also showed Camilla, who actually gave a telephone conversation from Burke Hall, from what appears to be her private study at Burke Hall. And this was on behalf of the Royal Voluntary Service, of which she is patron. And she actually called a lady called Doris, who was 85. So the purpose of the check-in and chat is just to check in. It does what it says on the tin. You check in with somebody on the other end of the phone who you don't know, a stranger, and you check in and have a little bit of a chat to help combat loneliness and isolation with everything what's going on at the moment. So Camilla has been doing her bit. Also, what is interesting, if you haven't seen the photo, I will provide a link to the photo, but there is Camilla sat at her desk. Now, what I'm going to do is actually also copy the link to that tweet, and I will post it in the live chat for you. Oh, we have a new member as well. Just as we've been speaking, we have a new member. Who are you? Melody has joined. Welcome to the royal household, Melody. You'll now be able to use all the different emojis and things going on. And of course, I will add more as well. Right, so you see that Camilla sat at her desk in her beautiful pink sweater this time, with another pink shirt, looking all gorgina there. Miss Camilla, I see you. We see you both. And in the study, we can see two beautiful kind of old photographs. They may have formed part of, well, paintings, I think. They may have formed part of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother's collection while she was there, because obviously Burke Hall was the former Scottish home of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, when she was alive. Now, Charles has kept a lot of things pretty much the same, so I'm wondering whether those two big gold-framed photographs were part of the Queen Mother's collection. But what we can see, what was really interesting is, if you zoom kind of down, you can see a birthday card with the price still on the back. It looks like a birthday card. You can see her pens, she's got her glasses. There's a delivery box in the corner. Could it be from Amazon? I don't know. She has all of her stationery on the desk. She's got a letter that she's had typed up, and she signed it. What else can you see? Now, first of all, I thought there was something that looked like a packet of cigarettes, but I don't think it is. I think it's something else. She's got one of those nice kind of proper office phones going on. But what's really interesting is in the background with the bookcase. So I'm just trying to scroll up now. There is a whole series of personal photographs, personal memorabilia. I think you can see pictures of her grandchildren, obviously from her previous marriage. Her children obviously had children. She's a grandmother as well. Not just to Charles's grandchildren, but she is a grandmother in her own right, and she does spend a lot of personal time with her grandchildren. She also keeps her own house that she used to have for family visits as well. So she does go there a lot to Ray Mill, and she does spend a lot of time there. Again, if you've got really good eyes, you can probably zoom in and maybe see some of the titles of the books. I think I can see and recognise 2 Harry Potter books as well. So I think she's a Harry Potter reader. As many of us are, many adults do enjoy Harry Potter. Of course, lots of photographs of dogs and horses. Would you expect anything less of Camilla, to be quite honest? Horses, dogs, there's lots of royal family photographs as well, personal photographs that have been taken. I think I can make out one of the Queen and Harry and Charles and Charlotte and George in the background next to the big photograph picture of the dog. So yeah, there's lots and lots and lots of things. If you can see anything that my eyes can't pick up, do leave a comment. And also a big vase of flowers. Now I was really lucky when I went out for my weekly food shop. I managed to pick up several bunches of seasonal daffodils, and I was just so happy to be able to get some daffodils into the house. So if you want to see my daffodils, I think I recorded it for my weekly vlog, which is going to be shown on Monday. But this week I have decided to split my weekly vlog into 2. I have enough footage to make 2 vlogs. So I'm going to premiere one of them, the first half of this week, tonight at 8:30 p.m. GMT. That's after the patrons only chat. So if you are a patron on Patreon, I will send you out the link to tonight's personal live chat just for patrons only. I'll send that link out in a very short while. So if you want to join that chat, you have to join Patreon. The link to Patreon is in the description, so just check below. Right, I'm going to go and read a few comments to see what people are saying before I move on to the William and Catherine story. Let's just see what people are saying. Lisa Longwear says, my name is not green. You have to be a channel member, not just a subscriber. You have to join. You have to press the join button. Janine says, hope the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is doing much better. We've had an update and apparently he is doing better, but I do still think he's in intensive care as of making this video at the moment, but things could change at any point. Leanne says, congratulations to Charles and Camilla. H.A. Bracken says, very cute pics with the puppies, indeed. Super D, we're going to talk about William and Catherine in a moment. Tammy says, Prince Charles's shoes in that photo are really snazzy and they are inspiring me to maybe buy a pair myself. At the moment, I am wearing my Uggs, my beautiful Ugg slippers, which are not too dissimilar, I would probably say, from Charles's kind of tasseled... Maybe I should just stick some tassels onto my Uggs. Yeah, these are beautiful leather Uggs. Very comfy. Christine says, God save the Queen, Her Majesty. Indeed. Laura says, I've seen, there's a beautiful picture of Prince Charles and wife Camilla. Yes, and their fur babies. Charlie T says, Camilla is looking fit and trim. Maybe she's doing, I don't know, maybe she's doing dog yoga. Maybe she's watching YouTube yoga videos. I don't know what she's doing. Christine says, I love the doggies. They look so cute. They really do. Francis says, Jack Russell Terriers. Yes, they are. Christine says, I was wondering about that tree thing too. I think it's 2 trees. There's probably one on the other side. And I reckon he's had them chopped down for whatever reasons, or they blew over in a storm or something. And he's used them as a structure to make the porch. That's my reckoning. That's my reckoning. Helene's Home says, such a lovely couple. I remember them coming out of that hotel together. for the first time. It was so nice they could finally be together. And who can't forget, I should say, the moment when they drove off after the wedding reception, and William and Harry had attached tin cans, I think there was balloons, and just married, they spray painted onto the back of his car. And that was the moment that we knew as a nation, as a world, that William and Harry were giving Charles and Camilla the full support of themselves. That's when we knew that, you know, if they'd accepted Camilla, then I think, you know, everyone else probably should too. Melody says, I was mad at Camilla for years, but it's obvious how much they love each other, so I've made peace with it all. You can't change the past. Things happen in the past. You know, the tragedy of the whole story is that Diana is not here to be able to also have had a chance at her own successful love story. Because, you know, if things had been different, we could be sat here now with a really, really happily married Charles and Camilla, and a really, really happily married or in a happy relationship Diana with somebody else. So the real tragedy is that Diana is not around to be able to be enjoying her own happiness. But that is no reason why Charles and Camilla shouldn't also be happy themselves. This is a love story that goes way, 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 way back to the 70s. You know, nobody likes what happened. You know, that's regrettable, but it has resulted in a very, very successful love match for Charles and Camilla. Like I say, the tragedy in all of this is that Diana never got to fully realise her own love story. And if things had been different, you know, she could be here as well. Also, you know, happily married, maybe have had some more children. We don't know. Those are the things that we are not going to know. But it's no reason why Charles and Camilla should be denied their own happiness and their own love story. Lots of people agreeing as well, I think, with that. Wendy says, I cannot wait for your vlog of the garden. You will see lots of garden in tonight's vlog. Laura says, Camilla looks good in her study. I love the blouse she has on. She's an influencer. Oh, imagine. Seriously. No, she is stylish. Do you know what? I missed a trick. I should have worn my Camilla headpiece because that's what she wore for the wedding. Oh, no. Oh, I've missed a trick. I should have worn my Camilla headpiece. Oh, no. Oh, I can't go and get it now, can I? Because that means I'll have to leave you for about 10 seconds. Do you want me to go and get it? I can run and get it. I can literally run and get it, but it will probably take me, you know, about 10 seconds to run up the stairs and get it from my drawers. Beverly says, but Charles and Camilla are great together. They should have been together from the beginning, but Diana gave the world so much love and joy, as well as William and Harry, indeed. So good came from it, sigh. Yes, I agree with all of that. Wendy loves my Uggs, thank you. Leanne says, you need some nice single buckle monk-style shoes. Maybe. Tammy says, I just searched Burke Hall and saw some really old photographs with those tree trunks supporting the porch. Ooh, in that case, if they're really, really old, they could have been there from a very, very long time ago. Right, okay, people are saying, go get it, go get it. Right, just, I don't know, I can't put any music on whilst you're waiting. Just have a little dance amongst yourselves. Just, I don't know, just dance. Okay, I'm back. Right, are you ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Hang on, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, isn't it gorgina? I think I'm going to have to just hire the camera just so you can see. Oh, yes. Isn't that amazing? It's my Camilla wedding headpiece. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it gorgine? Look. Look, and for those of you who do not know what I am talking about, I need to find you a photograph of Camilla on her wedding day. Wait a moment, it's coming up. Wait. Here we go. Hang on, I'm zooming in. So just in case you do not know what on earth I'm on about, there is Camilla on her wedding day with her beautiful headpiece. So there we go. Here's my version of that beautiful headpiece. Isn't it amazing? I'm loving it. Oh, lots of people are giving me yellow fan flaps. Yay! Thomas says, hope you didn't take a tumble going up the stairs. No, I didn't. Beverly says, I forgot I had that until literally just a minute ago. Yes, intermission. It was an intermission. Laura says, may I ask why the women wear hats? Oh, not a lot of people wear hats. For everyday life, British women typically do not wear hats. They do for, like, you know, really fancy occasions like weddings or christenings or, you know, a day at the races or that kind of thing. But just going down your local supermarket, you know, or just going out to a restaurant or going to Nando's, having a cheeky Nando's, British women don't typically wear hats. No. Right, lots of people saying they like it. Thank you. Isn't it gorgeous? I think it is. Right. Oh, I need to move on to William and Catherine. So we spoke loads about Charles and Camilla today. So let's speak about William and Catherine's video. So I wasn't able, obviously, to repost the video, but I did put a link to it on the community section of the main page. I will share a link to the Instagram post. Again, I will pop this in the description box. So if you haven't, it's also on Twitter as well, so you can find it on Kensington Royal. But there is the link to the Instagram video. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Or if you're watching on catch up, pause this now, go watch it, come back. It was a really, really sweet video. Now, obviously, the royal family, all members or working members of the family, are still trying to do their bit for the country, for the nation, supporting our services, supporting our key workers, whilst being asked to follow government advice and stay home. William and Catherine are no exception, and they decided that one of the ways that they could help carry out an engagement would be to do it via a video link. So they are broadcasting from their Anmer home in Norfolk, and they made this really, really sweet video talking to school children and key worker staff who are still keeping the schools open. So schools are open in the UK only for those children who are the children of key workers. It's to allow our key workers from the NHS and other businesses or roles that have been designated as a key worker, is to enable those children to still have somewhere to go so that their parents can go to work. The children drew some pictures and they showed William and Catherine. William and Catherine kind of joked with them and spoke to them and asked them what they were. And I think William said, is that a handbag? And of course it wasn't. The girl was like, what? It's not a handbag, it's an Easter basket. So, and they were wearing bunny ears as well, and William and Catherine said if they'd have known, they'd have had some and worn some. Catherine was wearing this beautiful kind of mustard yellow top, and William in his usual blue shirt. One of the things I did notice about William is that he's been dropping his T's. So I don't know, let's just say the word didn't. You pronounce your T. He started dropping his T's. And actually Catherine has much better enunciation than what William does at the moment. Catherine actually sounds more posh than William does. Listen to it again. He has started to drop his T's. What would Hyacinth say? She'd say, Sheridan, you must remember your T's. Anyway, regardless of how he's speaking, it was a lovely, lovely, lovely video call, which obviously filled a lot of people with a lot of joy. And also, the purpose of these sorts of phone calls, these video chats, is to make sure that these people that are sacrificing themselves feel valued, that the sacrifices that they are making are not going unnoticed. So it is really, really important work. Yes, you know, people can be flippant and say it's just a video call. It is just a video call, but it has a lot of impact out there. It makes people feel valued. So I'm going to give it a really big yellow fan flap because it was really, really, really lovely. So Kensington Royal posted, in conversation with Casterton Primary Academy, teachers across the UK are dedicating their time to keeping schools open for the children of key workers and vulnerable children. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge called teachers and school staff at Casterton Primary Academy to thank them for their hard work and dedication and to wish the children a very happy Easter. So those schools are still open, some of them during the Easter holidays, for the children of vulnerable children of key workers. So just a really, really, really big thank you to all of the teaching staff and support staff that goes into allowing our key workers to remain in work. That was a really, really lovely thing to do. Also, today I'm going to move on to the next piece of news. It is Maundy Thursday. Now, Maundy Thursday is very, very different this year. Usually the Queen is out, she's presenting, giving off the traditional Maundy money. That's obviously not going to happen this year. So the royal family has posted some pictures on their social medias to remind us all about Maundy Thursday and the traditional Maundy service. So I'm going to read a little bit about Royal Maundy Service, what it means, and we can kind of think back to, I suppose, what we're missing, but also to what we can hopefully look forward to once all of this is resolved for next year. So every year on Maundy Thursday, the Queen distributes special Maundy money to pensioners in a service which commemorates Jesus' washing the feet of the apostles at the Last Supper. So it does have a really, really deeply religious meaning. Recipients of Maundy money are nominated by their local diocese for contributions to their local church and community. Given the current circumstances, the Royal Maundy Service 2020 could not go ahead at St George's Chapel, Windsor, as planned. Instead, some weeks ago, the Maundy money was blessed at the Chapel Royal, St James's Palace, before being posted to recipients alongside a letter from the Queen. This meant recipients could still receive their Maundy money and purses instead to mark the special occasion from their home. Now, I think this is a very, very special and a really lovely thing to do. So when and where is the service normally? The Maundy service happens each year on the Thursday before Easter Sunday. Early in her reign, the Queen decided that Maundy money should not just be distributed to the people of London, and so she now travels to various cathedrals or abbeys to give gifts to local people. And I think she's been to every single cathedral or abbey in the country during her reign. What is Maundy money? During the service, the Queen distributes gifts according to the number of years she has lived. For example, when she turned 80, she distributed 80 pence worth of Maundy money to 80 men and 80 women in recognition of their contribution to community and to the church. The service dates back to 600 AD, and these special coins have kept much the same form since 1670. They still bear the portrait of Her Majesty, designed for her coronation in 1953, even though the image on ordinary circulating coinage has since been changed 4 times. So it's the traditional 1953 coinage that is being used, or rather the image from that coinage. Each recipient of Maundy money is given 2 small leather purses by the Queen, one red and one white. The first contains a small amount of ordinary coinage, which symbolises the sovereign's gift for food and clothing. This year, the coins are specially created to represent the poet Wordsworth, and of course Prince Charles read an excerpt from he read the whole William Wordsworth poem, and Great British Olympic Team. The second purse contains Maundy coins up to the value of the sovereign's age. The coins are legal tender, but recipients normally prefer to retain them as a keepsake, and I don't blame them. I think I would probably do the same. Right, let's go back and see what people are saying. LKH says, what a lovely thing to do. It is indeed. Cindy says, can any that live in the US imagine our leader doing that? I don't think so. I fail to comment. Right, Constance says, congratulations to Charles and Camilla, indeed. Right, Angelic, I have just granted your wish and explained all about Maundy Thursday. Elizabeth Regina, hello to you. Mwah, and I hope you are feeling better. Let's see what people are saying. Super D says, watch their video chat with the children, of course, William and Catherine. It was great. It was, and very uplifting for a lot of key workers in the education sector, which haven't really been spoken about here in the UK. But they are pretty much the unsung heroes in all of this. You know, a lot of attention, obviously for obvious reasons, goes to the National Health Service staff and medical staff. Understandable, but there also are a lot of supporting key workers which are helping to keep the NHS going, and one of those roles is teaching staff and support staff within schools, which are allowing NHS medical workers to go to work. So I was really happy that William and Catherine have shone a light on those key workers that are keeping this country going. Lyle says, everyone deserves to be happy. They do indeed. Laura Terry says, happy Easter to one and all, and may God bless one and all. Indeed. Right, let me just check my notes. I think I've got through all of the royal stories that I wanted to catch up on today. Let me just check to make sure. I think I have. Oh yes, the royal family have been showing support for Boris as well. So Boris does remain in hospital, and the royal family have been sharing messages on their social medias. And the one that I wanted to read and share with you today was a post from Kensington Royal, from William and Catherine, on Instagram. Now, they shared a message which says, our thoughts are with the Prime Minister and his family, who, like so many in the UK and around the world, are affected by the coronavirus. We wish him a speedy recovery at this difficult time, and a lot of senior people in the country have been echoing that very same sentiment. So if you go to the royal family social medias, you will find lots of support for the British Prime Minister in this very difficult time, and also support for his fiancée as well, who has it as well and is pregnant. So, you know, again, I want to, just in case anyone's watching, I will offer, of course, all of our, as a community, all of the Royal Reviewer best wishes and thoughts to the British Prime Minister and his fiancée. So, get better soon. Laura says, I love all of your weekly vlogs because you keep all up to date on the royal family members. Thank you so much. Betsy says, you are doing a wonderful service cheering on the essential workers. And today in the UK at 8 o'clock, we're carrying on in the UK our national going outside and clapping for our key workers. For the past 2 weeks, it's been for the National Health Service staff. But I think today at 8 p.m, we're clapping for carers. So anyone that works in the care sector, or if you're caring for a vulnerable person. So we'll be going outside and doing our clapping. So probably if you are a patron member and you are on the patrons only chat from Patreon, not channel members, this is separate, you're a patron, I will probably take you outside because that's when I do my live chat anyway. So I will take you outside and we will all clap together if you want. That might be quite nice. Right. Okay, so I am going to go now. I will let you go about your daily business as normally you would. Don't forget, I have my patrons chat tonight, and it's going to be a little bit earlier as well. Normally I started at 7, it's going to be 6:30. So yeah, join then if you can, if you're a patron. Also, straight after then at 8:30, I am going to be doing premiering the first half of this week's weekly vlog. So do catch that as well. Right, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also, of course, hit the bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. So, from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.